Aren't pictures enough? I mean, why go to all the trouble driving out somewhere, parking a car, putting yourself through stress, physical, mental, psychological, I don't know. I've come out here and walking around, see something you could see in a picture. Fair enough. I remember the eclipse 2017 was visible up here in Oregon, and of course me and some family and friends all went to watch it. It was a singular moment in my life. It was one of the most beautiful, incomprehensible, ineffable experiences, visions, visuals, feelings, the changes in temperature, the changes in the wildlife. Everything was transformed. And it was so remarkable and so brief. I rushed home, or I went home. I couldn't rush, there's a lot of traffic. Went home and started scouring the internet for photos, for pictures of the eclipse, because I tried to seal it, to burn it into my brain, because it was so remarkable. I didn't want to forget it. I didn't want it to slip away. And I went online and looked and looked and looked and looked. And I looked at hundreds of photos over the next week, and nothing came close to what I saw. Nothing came close to what was in my mind and in my remembrance of what had happened. There's something about experiencing something live in 3D, to experience it in its fullness. And you can taste that, you can get a sense of that from a photo or listening to a recording of water flowing in a forest like here. Maybe you can hear the stream in the background. But there's nothing that compares to having all of your senses touched by what you can experience by actually being out here, by actually spending time out here. It's the difference between, drinking some water and plunging into a pool. The sounds, the sight that comes in 3 dimensions, with all of the various contrasts and changes and differences that you can see with your naked eye. There's a sense of smell. You smell the sort of muddy earth that you might have in a place like this, or the sort of minerally ash smell you have on the side of a volcano, or the salty smell that you get near the ocean. The humidity in the air, the sense of dryness, the coldness of a wind that comes off of a glacier, the wetness that comes off of an ocean, or even the coldness you get just coming down into a valley that you feel as a river sort of rushes down through it. You can only experience those things when you come out here. You can only experience them fully by being present with them, being present to them. And I think there's that sense of experience those things completely, filling that cup up, that I think activates our spirit, activates our soul in a more full way, that allows us to kind of reach out with our spirit to touch the spirit that's there in the world, already waiting, already reaching out to us. So what has your experience been? Have you ever had something that was ineffable, that you tried to sear in your memory to never forget? Some experience or encounter with something that was beautiful or amazing. It's kind of like I'm a musician as well. There's talking about music, and there's listening to music, and then there's performing music. And all of those things are very, very different experiences. I think the same thing could be said about coming out here away from the domestic artifice of our cities, towns, and being in the wild, whatever that might mean. And as much as beauty will probably be a subject for a future video, I'm pretty sure the wild will also be the subject of a future video. Look forward to continuing our conversation. Go on.